can match it for ya. I'm in this all white fit, looking a little Spanish. I told him it ain't practice it. I'm about to fill you up with status. Rock up with the click and I ain't looking like the side in this. I'm get it now, ain't no one about to block my hit. Cause someday, something come on, someone tell me I'm somewhere, doing alright, doing alright. Somewhere, somebody that somebody that one day will be the love of my life, but not tonight though. Hey, I'm only here for a minute. Bet you want a girl that keep it independent, and I know you gotta like a girl that's disciplined. First time you out in Cali, never tried no strong, so you gonna have some stories to tell when you take it back home and tell them one time, Snowy always showed you what it's like. Leave you sleepy like the call the umpire. Get you out and get you rolling, get you gotta go. I got a flight up in the morning on someday, something come on, someone tell me I'm somewhere, doing alright, doing alright. Somewhere, somebody that somebody that one day will be the love of my life, but not tonight though. Feelings, but he don't know that I'm the though. Shout out to my that can get it independent and ain't looking for no love though. He trying to catch me in my feelings, but he don't know that I'm the though. He trying to stunt and give me drinks. I got the bottles in the section and I'm partying with the bass.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams who need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Seahawks going up against the Bills. So let's send you up to Orchard Park, New York. Standing by, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Coming up, this is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Adolphus Washington in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block it.
Here's Rawls, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Okay, even just being nice, the last 2 plays were not very good offensively. So if you're the play caller, was it the team's execution or was it strategy? If it was execution, you continue to call the game the way you're calling it. But if it's strategy, change up what you're doing and figure it out.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. It's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And some space here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. For McCoy this year, 5th time in his 8-year career that he's topped the 1,000-yard mark. Charles, first time he's done it with the Bills, though, finished with 1,267.
And he's the type of player that you can build around. And what I mean by that is, as a runner, as a pass catcher, he does a little bit of everything, and he opens up the offense for everyone else around him, the complementary players. But he's a guy, heavy-duty ball carrier, and also get him in space, and he can break people down.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. All right, let's take a look at the offensive starters and the second-round pick out of USC. One to talk about, Robert Woods.
I think a lot of people thought maybe he was ticketed for stardom coming out of USC. Has always been a great route runner, much more of a complimentary receiver, but they could utilize that in a big way and have him open up things in the middle.
And that's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. And a look at Seattle's defense.
When you say the name Richard Sherman, you get a wide variety of reactions. All I know is that when I watch him play, very few false steps, an excellent understanding of what offenses are trying to do.
And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. Following the penalty, it's Rawls. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going. Last time threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3.
Will they make up for it?
Here we go.
After the interception, here's Taylor. Finding time. Going deep here for Watkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. The gun, it's Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Third and long, it's Taylor. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for him. Nice completion, excellent game.
And McCoy loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So the offense has it first and 10.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Always got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Hey, here we go.
On first down, it's Taylor. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy. And it's second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
4 down.
Second and 10 now, it's Taylor. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Cliff Averill in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take 2.
Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And a big no-no last time, a safety to make this score 2-0 where we stand now. So see if they can atone for that mistake.
You give up points, But on the flip side, the positive side, after you punted the ball away or kicked it away,
defense held.
Defense held for you, so there's a little bit of relief there. Now they know they can get back out on the field, run their offense, and try to put their defense in a bad spot again.
15 yards on the pickup there, and it's good enough for a Seattle first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now Wilson on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second down now after the incompletion. On the counter, here's McCoy. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. 4th down, here's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. A great read, and it's picked off. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception. After the interception, here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And here come the Bills. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Mike Morgan in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Watch 85, ball going 85. Let's go. Run 38. Flex round.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Return to the running game, or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On second down, Wilson. His throw incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Here's Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a number 1.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Kyle Williams in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now Wilson on second down. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll go down at the 28. 17 yards on the pickup. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Throwing now. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They come out here in the eye. Now Wilson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot, but there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and then even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that will get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams. So your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction. And then you have the OTAs and minicamps. We get to see them on the field for the first time. And we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look when the fall begins.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him.
I know the object for us when we call games is to be neutral, but I have to tell you, I'm rooting so hard for Sammy Watkins to have an injury-free next season, just to see everything that he can do and give himself the best opportunity so that we can see it.
Yeah, over the last 2 years, he's missed 11 games. It's tough. The one bright spot for him, though, is Clemson Tigers did win the national championship.
Yeah, I think that's going to give him a little bit of comfort, but what he wants more than anything, a healed foot and a chance to be the #1 receiver he was drafted to be.
And Buffalo wants that, too. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And now they're in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out, fumble. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Now Taylor to throw. Flushed out right. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Let's go!
Final play of the half. It's Taylor buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready.
Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Mike Morgan in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Third and long, it's Taylor. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get it all back in one play.
Yeah, third and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Returnable for Lockett. "35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. And a great spot to start this drive from here. On first down, Wilson going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. 23 yards on the play. One man on the backfield. That's McCoy. Now Taylor on first down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. They go play action with Taylor. Steps away to his left. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now McCoy. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. And quickly they get to the line. Again, it's McCoy. They find some open field here. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator is relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
Here's Taylor, steps away, and here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it third down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down.
Here we go.
Now it's Taylor. Backing up. He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball? Meaning a 50-50. The ball's in the air, defenders there, receivers there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
Dan Carpenter now for the Bills field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Got in left. Got in left. Hey. Got 3.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They set up the screen to Rawls. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd and short. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. K.J. Wright in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. And he fires one incomplete. Charles Clay is tied in the intended target. 3rd down here.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Taylor will throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Mike Gillisley, the intended target. And now it's 4th down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Watkins alone on the left side. They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Rex Ryan's decision does not pay off. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And Graham's got it over the middle. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play, make it in that league, I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that off. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mike Morgan able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, here's McCoy. Cuts it out to the sideline. And some room to work. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
It's a big run there by McCoy. 53 yards on the ground. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. And here we go on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Gillisley. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Mike Gillisley taking it in. And the Bills will extend their lead. Now Carpenter to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. They go back to the air here after the INT. He's got time. Lockett with a grab over the middle. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And now it's second down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas Rawls, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Wilson going to throw for it. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Corey Graham. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Here's Percy Harvin now on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. And he'll get it up the middle. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. 3rd and 2. Now Taylor under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 3rd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Taylor. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Here's McCoy. About 3 yards there to the 27. And credit the tackle to Cliff Averill. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. One man on the backfield. That's McCoy. And he'll get it up the middle. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Now it's Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And a cut to the left. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy taking it in from the 20. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game, and he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2. Here's fielded about a yard deep. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On third down, Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Aaron Williams. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Now the Bills' offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now a 20th carry here for McCoy. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end, and it's 4th down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Come on, let's go! What? Nothing! What? Nothing!
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Here I come! 3 bud. Flex round! Flex round! Check out round. Hot.
4th down. Here's Taylor. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They set up the screen to Rawls. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Marcel Darius in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now the Bills will take another timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.
tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Rodgers' Packers. With that, we send you up to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where Brandon Godden and Charles Davis have the call. Gentlemen.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Green Bay Packers. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Now Ryan on first down. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Mike Daniels. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Now Ryan on second down. Deep drop. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45.
And Brandon, I think Mohamed Sanu had a nice career while he was in Cincinnati, but he really elevated in 2016 in Atlanta. The most catches for himself in a single season.
59 of them, 4 touchdowns. Really a nice compliment to Julio Jones, and he was a nice compliment in Cincinnati. I don't want to say he's not a number 1 receiver, but he plays that number 2 slot well, doesn't he?
He does, and I think it's because of his versatility. He can play in the slot. He can play out wide. They can use him as a wildcat quarterback. He has thrown passes in the NFL. In fact, going back to his days at Rutgers, I think he threw 18 passes while he was at Rutgers, so you never know what you're going to get when Mohamed Sanu has his hands on the football.
Over 1,400 yards last year for Jones, just 6 touchdowns, but of course he had the big 300-yard game. However, when he was blanketed with coverage, he always opens things up for other guys, doesn't he?
He does, and that's what's benefited Atlanta's offense. Other guys were able to step up. In 2016, Mohamed Sanu stepped up and had his best year as a pro. Austin Hooper, as a young tight end, really developed down the stretch. And Taylor Gabriel, who had come over as a free agent from Cleveland, he really flourished, actually led the team in touchdown catches. But there's only one Julio Jones, and you want to get the ball to him as much as possible.
On second down, here's Ryan. A left side completion to Jones. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. One back is Lacey. And he'll get it up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Rodgers to throw on second down. He's got time in the pocket. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
Man, it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Ryan, they'll set up the screen for Freeman, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
On second down, Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Kenny Clark in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Halfback sent in motion. Third and long. It's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. There he goes, left side. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. Short throw, pick-6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. After the interception, here's Ryan. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. On first down, Ryan connects with Sanu right side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now Ryan on 2nd down. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Ryan going underneath. It's Coleman. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. 52 yards, and the Falcons will extend their lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to...
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll set up the screen to Lacey. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time, and it brings up 4th down.
But they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
It's taken to the 26. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. Finding time. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Let's go.
And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
And when you watch Devontae Freeman run the football, you can almost close your eyes and hear him running the football, can't you? Because people just scatter. I mean, you know, when he goes through a pile, it moves in a positive direction for him. I just love how hard he plays the game.
1,000-yard season. He had 11 touchdowns last year. In March, 25 years old. So he's kind of hitting that sweet spot for a running back, isn't he?
He really is. And I still remember the evaluation of him coming out of college. He does everything well, but you weren't sure he had a dominant trait. Well, wrong about that. He's dominant just about everything he does, and I think that he's going to continue to elevate his game and seek a 3rd Pro Bowl in 2017. Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No, let's
go. I like to do that randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they've been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year, they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck, one of the better young quarterbacks in the game. They've got to get back to the playoffs. And Buffalo, brand new head coach, brand new people running the ball club. Let's see if they can figure it out, because I think defensively they can be awfully strong.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Now they go screen. It's complete. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's fourth.
But dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So out come the Falcons now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jacob Tamme, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They begin the drive with Lacey. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice gain.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson, 46 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point try now for Crosby. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's Eric Weems now on the return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They go play action here on first down. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 76 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
Last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of this one.
The 26-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Watch left, tight end to the left, tight end left. Alert.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And Tammy with it over the middle. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. On 2nd down, Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. It's Ryan. On the screen, this is Coleman. 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one goes for 36 yards.
What really hurts defenses on screen passes is that they eat up one of their levels right away. Because, you know, most defenses, 3 levels: D-line, linebacker, secondary. But on a screen pass, you're inviting the defensive line to get past them, and then you throw the ball over their heads, and now there's just 2 levels left to try and stop big guys out in front of a guy running with the football.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. That'll bring up second down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. They start the drive on the ground with Lacey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
On second down, here's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Deshaun Goldson. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. After the interception, here's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They go back to the air here after the INT. Caught on the right side by Adams. 23 yards on the play.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Rodgers now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They'll come out in the pistol. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Eddie Lacy, the one he was trying to get it to. And it'll bring up third down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Surveying the field. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll bring up a second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Of course, we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. Now a play fake here on first down. Going for the deep ball. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, 60 yards. And the Packers get a score closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
10 yards still left on second down. To throw again is Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Spinning past him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And that's caught by Tammy. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn.
On first down, Ryan. He's got time. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Third and long. It's Ryan. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And no move by Dan Quinn to get the offense off the field. They're staying out there, and they're going for it on 4th. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. On second down, Lacey. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. And they're going to speed things up here. Here's Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
319! 319!
They run. It's Lacey. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Second down, here's Rodgers. He's going to float this over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Deshaun Goldson. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. After the interception, here's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets him back for second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. On second down, Ryan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And some room to maneuver. Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they can just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting them up. Little screen pass, lofted over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. So now it's first and goal. Trying to run it in, DeMarco. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Patrick DeMarco taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful not to.
He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They go play action here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
And they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Rodgers will try again on second down. He's going to wind up. This will be caught by Nelson for a Packer touchdown. Jordy Nelson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. Rodgers will throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now it's Ryan. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Mike Daniels in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Ryan now off the bootleg. Connects with Sanu right side. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 32 that time. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 58 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now Ryan down around the goal line. It's caught left side. Tammy 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that brings up fourth down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers get a score closer. Big fourth down conversion for the score and the defense. That is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Ricardo Allen with a pick. So they cannot get into the end zone to add the extra pair of points.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Now, after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And out of bounds there on the kick.